Hello, good evening, everybody. I want to appreciate everybody for coming for today's class. This is actually day 3 of this training. I want to say a very big thank you to those that have been attending the live section. Oh, I can't just thank you guys enough. I want to say a very big thank you to those that have been watching the recorded video. To those that subscribe, a very big thank you to you. And to those that are yet to subscribe, thank you so much. Those that attended the training, God bless you. And those that are yet to attend the training, God bless you. Yesterday, I made an announcement and I said that there will be a masterclass training. And I said that that training will be going in 2 ways. And I said that the first one is the gold package, which is 2 weeks and which is 2 weeks plus 2 weeks of constant trading, live or demo. And I also talked about the free signals. And I talked about the silver package, which is 2 weeks of training and price. Now, some of our colleagues asked the question. They said, when is this training starting? This training is actually starting on the 7th of August. And the time for this training is what? Is exactly 9 p.m. We are going to be using what? Telegram for this training. I promised you guys that today I'll be starting day 3 with trading management. What exactly is trading management? Trading management is the process whereby you can manage the act of what? Trading. Are you with me? You can manage your trading skills. That's exactly what trading management is all about. Now, there are actually some things I want to talk about today, which is very, very vital. And number one, those things are partial closing. We have partial closing. We have trade stopping. We have swing trading. So the question is, I was meant to start with the history of MetaTrader 4 and 5, but I felt that MetaTrader 4 and 5 is something I can talk about briefly. MetaTrader 4 is a trading strategy or is simply a trading platform where we use to access the financial market. And like we all know, MetaTrader 4 has to do with the brokers are exactly those that provided MetaTrader 4. With MetaTrader 4 and 5, we can access the financial markets. Now, there are some differences in MetaTrader 4 and 5. MetaTrader 4 is like Windows 7, while MetaTrader 5 is like Windows 10. Now, when I say Windows 7 and 10, there are some extra features in MetaTrader 5 that makes it much more better than what? MetaTrader 4. But after that, this is the major thing I would like to look into today. Now, let's start with partial trade closing. Let's say you have the trade. Let's say this is your MetaTrader 4 dashboard. And let's say you have a trade running. Let's say that trade is AUD USD. My white mentor will call it Aussie dollar. I remember very well. AUD USD. let's say the profit you are making on this is exactly $50. You know, when you are making profits in the financial market, what you see will be a blue, a blue color of currency rising up, and that makes you very happy. Now, let's say you are trading this with a lot size of 0.05. Now, let's say you want to take part of this profit. You want to take part of this profit because, and remember, this trade is running. Let's say I'm worried that, what if I lose this money? How can I take part of this profit? Very simple. You can reduce the lot size to 0.04. So once you modify, how would you reduce this lot size? Go to the trade running, click on modify, then you'll now see the lot size. Edit the lot size to 0.04. That once you edit it to 0.04, at the bottom, you see something like close with profit. At the bottom, you see close with profit, $40. Now, this $40 you have based on this 0.04, once you close it, you'll be left with 0.01. Of course, you know that if you take away 0.04 from 0.05, you should be left with 0. Now, that 0.01 will be running with the remaining profits of $10. Now, let me tell you the advantages of this. If you now increase in profit, let's say you increase the profit to maybe probably $15, you can add this $15 to this $40, and at the end of the day, you will smile home with $55. But let's say, God forbid, of which what I'll be teaching the advanced class, you'll be making up, you will see it yourself. You just key into the advanced class, you see it yourself. Then let's say, God forbid, you were making a loss of minus, let's say minus $12. Just assuming it. I don't pray this happens. When you subtract this minus $12 from here, who agrees with me that you'll be left with $28? Now, this $28 at least is still a profit. So partial closing, what partial closing does is that it simply books part of your profits in the financial market. It simply books part of your profits in the financial market. So that's exactly what partial closing simply means. How you think? It books part of your profits in the financial market. Now, I promise you that I'll talk about trade stopping. Let's go into trade stopping. What's trade stopping? Trade stopping is when you move your stop loss when you are buying above the entry point, or you move your stop loss below the entry point when you are selling. Let me do practicals. Let's say you have your entry point here. The value for your entry point is, let's say, 0.7830. Let's say your take profit. Take profit are always symbolized with blue. Let's say your take profit is about probably 0.8250. Let's say your stop loss, SL. Let's say I just want to take away 20, 30 pips from this entry point. Your stop loss is symbolized with a red sign. 0.78. Remember that is your stop loss. This is your entry point. This is your take profit. Remember, this only occurs when you are buying. You are going for a buy. Let's look at the reverse. If you are going for a sell, your entry point still remains the same place for both conditions. Let's say your entry point, you are going to use that same value so that you don't get confused. Let's say your entry point is that same 0.7830. Let's say your stop SL. When you're selling, your stop loss is above. Don't worry, if you're in that advanced class, hey, we'll do practicals. I'm very, very sure of that. In fact, that's why the advanced class is open. There will be practicals all through. You're not going there to give theory work. Your SL, because I'm selling, because it's a sell, my SL will be greater. Let's say I'm using another value. Zero point 7910. Let's say for your take profit, let's say for your take profit, let's say your take profit, you are minusing 50 pips from this. 0.7 0.7780. Can you see? Now, listen attentively, class. From here, because let me start with the buy. Because I'm buying, let's say this trade goes up, and all of a sudden, this trade started consolidating. I'll be worried that this thing is consolidating. What if this thing goes down? Remember, when it is consolidating, what I'm earning at this place is exactly $20. So what will I do? Because this one is going down, I'm going and I'm afraid for this trade not to pull back. What will I do? I will come here and move my stop loss. This SL. I'll move this stop loss above this entry point. So once I move, what does it mean to move the stop loss above the entry point? It means that you are actually taking that stop loss, you are actually increasing the value of your stop loss above your entry point. When people hear me say, take your stop loss above, maybe they think I just take the line and put that. No, you are only increasing the value of your stop loss. Once you increase it, if you check the chart of your phone, that's why I said someone should donate their phone today for practice. But I see that, I understand. Everybody's busy. We'll do all these things in the advanced class. So once you increase the value, let's say I increase my value to 0.8000. My SL will come here. So my new value for my SL will be 0.8000. So this value, let's say, God forbid, this trade was consolidating, it misbehaved, it struck your stop loss. You agree with me, class, that from this point to this point, very probably you have lost like $5. You don't have to feel worried about that. Don't feel bad about that. Because it has struck your stop loss above your entry point, you can still smile home with what? $12. Are you there? You can still smile home with what? $12. So that is the essence of trade stopping. Sometimes when I'm trading, once I notice that my trade has gone very far in profit, I do it very well. Once I move my trade above the entry point, guess what? I can even close my meta to that 4 and I'm going to sleep. Because even if the market misbehaves and comes down, it will hit my stop loss above my entry point. At the end of the day, I still have some profit. So I must have done my worst case scenario and see, okay, if it strikes, good. And if I'm so lucky, the market is still going in my favor, I can now, that's what they call, that's the essence of trade stopping. Now, if that market is going up, as the profit is increasing, you can be increasing the stop loss. How? As this one is 0.8000, you can even increase it to 0.8020. If the profit is going up, 0.8040. If the profit still goes up, 0.8050. So if the market now misbehaves and come and hit, wow, they have made massive profits. Are you with me? Massive profits awaits you. So that's how you trade stop on a buy condition. How do you trade stop on a sell condition? Let's say I'm actually on a profit. The trade is going, it came down. All of a sudden, this trade was now consolidating. So as it's consolidating, I'm afraid. Let's say what I'm making here already is $50. Let's say this $50. So because this is a sell condition, we are going to move the SL below the entry point. Are you there, class? We are going to move the stop loss below. So what that means is that my SL value, I will change my SF value. So my SF value will not be up to my entry point, meaning that my new SL, it will be SL. So the new value here will be probably, because it's going to be less, so I can just make this 0. What value can I use here? Okay, let's say 0.7810. I can make this 0.7810. If I make this 0.0810, that means that Once this market misbehaves, goes down, it hits the stop loss. At this place, I can now say that by the grace of God, you are going home with probably $26. That means I'm going home with $26. So since I'm going home with $26, I'm not in a loss. Rather, I'm in profit. Are you with me? I'm not in a loss. Rather, I'm in a profit. So in this case, I can now say that even if in another good condition, my profit is going further. Hello, if for instance, my profit is going down, I can be pushing my SL downwards. So however it now goes, it's fine. So however it now goes, it's fine. So at the end of the day, so that's the essence of trade management. You manage your trade such that you have a good profit awaiting you. Sometimes we must not be careless in the financial market. You can leave your market, you can leave the forex market to be running. I know of somebody 4 years ago or so, or 2 years ago, I can't really remember. The lady is from Port Harcourt. I've really trained a lot of people in Port Harcourt. She said that when she was trading, that she started with $500. She gets someone to trade for her. And I understand what that person did. That person did position trading for her. She said that at the end of the day, that when she opened her dashboard of MT4, she was in profit. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, she was in loss. And that loss made her to lose virtually all her money. Just imagine that person has trade stop. If you trade stop, all those money that hit the stop loss above or below, and some money that will registered in the person's account. Are you with me? So that is that for trail stopping. That is that for trail stopping. So let's proceed to the last one for today. The last one for today is going to be called swing trading. The last one for today, I pray time permits us, but if we can't finish up here, we'll meet in the advanced class. The last one is called what? Swing trading. Swing trading. What's swing trading? Swing trading is when there are some companies that give signals, and sometimes they swing trade and expect that we should be able to trade the signals given to us. I asked a student that the student doesn't really understand the signals the company gives to them. So whenever the signals come, we will tell them, please let me analyze this. I don't really know how it works. I advise you, if you are a newbie, you don't even know how the signals work. There's no point for you to be collecting signal because you might end up spoiling your account. Why don't you have a good knowledge of what you are doing before you start? Like that, my class, I'll be training people. I'll be teaching you how to know signals, how to know the management percentage to use for your signals. And I'll be giving out signals. I'll be monitoring your account. You'll be submitting your results to me personally. Then I'll analyze it for you. There'll be a lot of work after that 2 weeks. I want to really sit down and monitor the people I'm trading. That's the reason for all these things. So that when you leave, you will be solid. Are you with me? Not just giving you training and forget. No. But if you know you are solid in that other aspect, you can just receive the training, it's fine. But I think usually it's always good to have a full package of all these things. Let's swing trade. Let's say a signal comes here and the signal is GBP USD. GBP USD. And let's say the signal is buy stop. I will explain pending orders in the market. I said in the market, in the advanced class. Buy stop at. Buy stop. Whenever you see buy stop, sell stop, they are pending order signals. Buy stop at. Let's say the value given was 1.76. 1.7650. Let's say that's the value given. Let's say the take profit one. The take profit one, you are just adding 10 pips to the entry point. The take profit one is 1.76. 1.7660. I have my reasons for using a red marker in this place. I just want you to understand where I am adding my 10 pips to. Then let's say the other take profit 2, which is the second one. The take profit 2 is 1 and this 2. The take profit 2 is 1.76. I'm increasing this one too. This one is going to 700. Let's say my stop loss, I am minusing 50 pips from it. SL. I'm minusing 50 pips from it. If I'm minusing 50 pips from the entry point, it means that the value given will be 1.76000. The problem we have is that most times we don't know how to analyze signals, and that gives us a lot of problem in the financial market. So if you can analyze signals like this, they'll be good to go. Now, on your chart, when you apply this on your MetaTrader 4, on your chart, this is what it will look like. Entry points, this TP1, and this TP2. I don't need to put the values there. You know exactly where the values seems to be. Now it's just to give a detailed analysis of the profit you make and what will happen. Now I'm going to use a very simple example. I'll be using $500 as my example here. Now, who agrees with me here that 10 pips on $500 is just $5? It's not just because when I check the rate today, the rate is 870. So your money will be getting large. Imagine you accumulating swing trading in 3 places. You don't know how much you're making. You're making for $5 on that particular account. So let's say on SL, if this moves up, once it goes up and hits your TP1, that $5 is already registered in your profit margin. So if $5 is registered, if this one go, once this thing hits TP1, see mistake people make. If I were you, I will move this my SL to my entry point value. I'll move this my SL to my entry point, meaning that that's my entry point. I will, where you have 1.76500, I'll now change that my entry point to the SL value, which is 1.76000. Once I move it to that $5, if God forbid this trade swings and hits my SL, well, glory be to God, because at the end of the day, $0 will just registered at where it has dropped. At the end of the day, you will go home with what? $5. But if on a very good note, that did not happen, the market went up and strike your TP2, you are going to have an additional $10 added to your profit margin. So at the end of the day, you smile home with $15. Just imagine somebody using this method in 4 places. That's $60 in a day. Please use your calculator and do $60 in a day. $60 in a day, as I'm talking to you, is more than 48,000 naira. Even the average salary in Nigeria will not fetch you that. For 48,000 naira in a day, how many people earn that in a day? You can only earn that when you are earning in dollars. That's it. So when you have $15, do that in 2, 3, 4 places. Even as a family man, is very fine. But there's a secret I want to teach you. What if this trade keeps on going up, going up, going up? You can even be moving. It's not compulsory you leave your SL. Now, when you put your SL on your entry point, this is called break even. Please take note. When you put your SL on your entry point, it's called break even. So if this trade is going up, you can be moving your SL above, like trade stopping, moving it, moving it, moving it. So even after you make your first $5, you can eventually come and make 7 or 8. Even if you are not making the 10, you can eventually come and make 7 or 8, and eventually you are having like $8 added to your 5. And at the end of the day, you have $13 registered in your profit margin. Thank you very much. God bless you. and I will see you in tomorrow's class. Please, if you have any question, ask. If you have any question about the advanced class, you are free to ask. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye.